What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. It feels like it's been 100 years since I've done a video on a Friday, man. Haven't had a free Friday in so long, so I was like, you know what? When I get home and slide into my house, I'm gonna go into my room, I'm gonna close that door, I'm gonna sit in this very chair, put the camera in that position, and I'm gonna sit here and read the latest installment in the Wano Awesome Sauce of the best-selling manga in history. That feels so good. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly the second best-selling comic of all time. We are here to read the one, the only, One Piece. Dog, I haven't done that since I think December of last year, man. By God, dude, it feels so good to be able to speak with a regular tone once again. I'm still gonna take it easy because I don't want to lose it, you feel me? But for special occasions like that I have been dying to say that with my chest, dude. I was like, y'all, can't wait, man. I could not wait to get back on here and say that from the bottom of my soul, man. And I thank each and every one of you for commenting for the past, I don't know how many chapter videos since I came back, since chapter 968, constantly hitting me with the yo, and then putting the best-selling manga in history in caps lock in the comment section. Y'all have no idea how much that meant to me since I was not able to physically do so myself. I'm still going to continue to watch for my health, but by God, y'all were with me and in like swimmer. Y'all were my chopper, man. You feel me? Anytime I needed help from Dr. Chopper, I looked in the comment section, I saw that. There's no better medicine than that, man. So shout out to y'all. And thank you so much for the support on that end. Now, I'm sure that y'all saw the news this week, man. And y'all know how I am with Bleach, right? And ever since I saw that announcement and I was watching so many old, Bleach openings, endings, OSTs, the AMVs, some episodes, some scenes, and it put me in such a nostalgic mood for that era of the big three that I grew up in. It was such a magnificent era to grow up in, to read those chapters weekly, regardless of whether it came out on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. It changed so much throughout the course of as long as I've been reading. And for those who have been reading even longer than me, y'all know the true struggle, of reading all three of them. On very different days, Ross could come out on a Monday and the chapter would come out on like a Sunday, you never knew when a chapter was going to drop until they started consistently dropping the chapters. But for these three in particular, Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto, and just how much time I spent discussing those three, whether it be on the internet or with my family members or with my friends in school, I've spent so many hours of discussion before I got into YouTube talking about those three, let alone after I got into YouTube, And it put me in such a nostalgic mood to revisit some older stuff for all three of those series. And so I found one of my old Shonen, I have so many Shonen Jump issues, but this one in particular I wanted to bring to y'all today. Look at where One Piece was in this particular issue, man. Now this came out in September of 2011, so it's been around 9 years, give and take, right? So look at where One Piece was at this time in Shonen Jump, not in Japanese Jump, because in Japanese Jump this was 2011. I think we were heading towards the beginning of Punk Hazard, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where we were going. I think we were finishing off Fishman Island, going into Punk Hazard, and that's where we were in the end of 2011. Regardless, this chapter right here I've reread so many times, right? Chapter 594, The Message. The Message, dude. Yo, this has some legendary, Post Marineford is legendary, but this stuff is legendary, dude. Like, yo, Kobe first getting his King's Hockey, or not his King's, Jorishe would be flying up into the air if he ever got King's Hockey. But whenever he got his, the first instance of observation hockey, with the Luffy ringing the bell, seeing Kid, look at him. This is what I wanted to show y'all. Look at Kid, bro. Now look at Kid and Killer. Look at Kid and Killer today. This was chapter 594 with Kid and Killer. ready to go up in like swimwear. The next time we saw them was in chapter 795 with Kaido. And then we saw them in this arc and the connections they had there with Kama's. Oda's a goat. Oda's a goat, man. Like, dude, I wanted to show you all that because while I was looking through that, I was like, bro, look at Kid and Giller. Look at Kid and Giller, dude. And it just reminded me of where we are right now. And with the awesomeness I'm about to read, dude, I cannot wait, dog. Let me tell you something. If they truly do that coordinated attack with Luffy, Law, and Kid, I'm out of here, dude. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly, dude. Let's get right into it. Shout out to my boy, the Cupboard, dog, for providing this. Chapter 975, Kinemon's Plan. Kinemon's Plan, oh my. I don't know who you are, but thanks for saving me. Yo, my man Gotti is going up in like swimwear, you feel me? Hey, do your thing, my man. Do your thing, you feel me? Let's see. Lord Momonosuke. Shinobu. Yo, Shinobu's being tied up by some snakes. Lord Momonosuke. Damn it, why are you doing this, Kanjuro? What's going on? Did Master Orochi take any countermeasures for my report? What's going on? Didn't Master Orochi take any countermeasures from my report? So Kanjuro's here questioning like Flagnards. I'm over here risking my life, attempting to provide this plan, provide all this information, so this thing is full of smooth sailing. Because Lord knows my man has been doing this and has been trying to achieve this plan for so many years. I mean, in real time, it's been a lot of years. In their time, it's been a couple months, you know, or technically, no, even then, it's been a couple years because Kanjuro has been trying to deceive Odin for God knows, or Odin and the retainers for God knows how long. But, and you know, after thinking about that Kanjuro, this whole Kanjuro trader situation, it really made me interested on wanting to know more about Kanjuro as a character, more about the Kurozumi clan. Because, you know, due to the elders and with Orochi, I was already very interested. But now that we have somebody like Kanjuro and their deep-rooted hatred for the Kozuki clan, I want to know how deep does that go? Does that go as deep as like 800 years ago, where Toki could have been a part of it and it could have involved something that happened in the Void Century? Because that hatred goes deep, man. Like, that hatred goes really, 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 really deep. You feel me? So it might go all the way to back then. I mean, I'm sure it does because it's a clan thing. But I'm interested. I'm interested on if we're going to get any sort of information like that, which I'm sure we will. I'm not sure if it's whenever Kinemon faces off against Kanjuro in this arc, or whenever we find the poneglyphs that are on here, or whenever because these are the individuals that the Kozuki clan made the poneglyphs. So we have to find out something. But that also makes me think, if the Kozuki clan made the poneglyphs, because whenever you write history, depending on whose perspective it's from, isn't it skewed? I mean, you're never going to get a 100% objective truth out of those historical texts when it's coming from somebody's perspective. Now, if it's coming from an observer, you know, they're able to provide what was going on in the world around that time, but not specifically what's going on in the heads of both of them, right? So you're never going to get the 100% truth just from text. But I'm wondering how skewed the Kozuki clan made the poneglyphs to like fit what it is that they were trying to achieve. And maybe they neglected the Kurozumi thing. I don't know, man. I guess that's going in too deep into that, but regardless, it's some food for thought. Why are Luffy and the others here? Why are Luffy and the others here? Because that's the king, baby. When the king's observation hockey's on there, when the king is ready to go up in like swimwear, like it's in Pirate Warriors 4, level 99 gang, and he has Kid and Law, their radar will go off like it's a UAV in Call of Duty. Oh, screw a UAV, a Blackbird. You remember in Black Ops 1, the Blackbird, that you can shoot that thing down? They called it a Blackbird, and they immediately caught on to your plan, bro. Don't ever try the king again, man. Luffy getting 8 kill streaks? 8 kill streaks is nothing. Man drops nukes. I mean, not literally, but in Modern Warfare 2, my guy would drop nukes. I heard that Law had been imprisoned. Really, what kind of idiots were those? To think they'd sink the Sunny with those puny bombs? So naive. Yo, look at Frankie. I was like, bro, hold on, Skip. Look at my boy Frankie, dog, rocking the armor. My man is looking fresh. You got what's up, bro, the legend. Sorry about that, y'all, man. I had to get some water, bro. I saw Usopp and Frankie. I was like, hold on, coach, hold on, you know. This ship is made from Adam Wood. It's the ship that will sail 1,000 seas. You let them know, son. Yo, when we get to find out more about the Atom Tree and like the origin of the fruits, when we like meet Vegapunk, that's gonna be crazy, dog. It took us a while to fix up the sails. Sorry about that, Kinemon. You don't have to be sorry, Usopp, bro. You just handle your thing, baby. 360 no scoping for days. My boy Usopp's gonna go in like swimmer. So the plan failed. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it, son. This is, yo, bro, look at him. Look at him, dog. Yo. Luffy's rocking the coat. And not just any coat. That junk is huge. He's rocking the Pirate King's cloak. You feel me? That's his coat. I need this in a statue. It waving in the air, looking like how we did in Volume 2. No, was it Volume 3? Volume 3. Look at this volume cover. Look at the king. I love that type of stuff, man. Look at him. Looking mad fresh. Holding onto the hat, commanding orders like the king my boy is. Yo, man. Yo, if somebody could color this and send it, oh. That's a wallpaper, bro. Look at the king, dog. Bro, flexing, waving. We out here. I've been telling y'all for so long, man. Who's the 5th emperor? Who's the king? Boy, dog. Yo, let's go. So the plan failed. Kinemon, everyone, we're here. Look at Brooke. Yo, Robin. Oh, but I can't really see her. I see that she's being completely engulfed in rain, though. All those allies we gathered don't seem to be here. What is it with Robin always being covered by some sort of thing lately? Like, you know, like now, this text bubble is covering her. In the volume covers, at least in the English ones, on the bottom it always covers her face. I'm like, bro, put some respect on my girl Robin's name. You feel me? But anyways, okay, the situation is a bit different to what I heard. Bro, I'm so stressing the way that Luffy looks, bro. He look at me like you're flexing, the cape is moving. But I can destroy that battleship for right now, right? You do what you want, bro. Ain't no one gonna stop you. Where are the 3,500 men from the prisoner mines, Chopper? Bro, look at my boy Sanji, dog. He's got the black gloves. Those black gloves tell me that my guy is gonna go Mr. Prince up into like swimwear. As he should. As he should, dude. Yo, all the strides together, dog. I'm stressing. But yeah, Sanji's looking fresh. Chopper flexing out here, man. Sicilian behind him. Where the 1,500 men from the prisoner mines. Not here, it seems. There should be 200 Yakuza from all over Wano. Yo, they're bringing the Dragon of Dojima, the Mad Dog of Shimano. I mean, everyone from the Yakuza series is coming in, bro. They're gonna have to pay Sega. Nah, actually, no. You know, One Piece doesn't pay Sega. Sega pays Oda. You feel me? Sega would pay Oda to have something like this take place. And here we actually get a, yo, look at my dog Usopp though, bro. Rocking it, man. Here we get a better angle of Robin. Frankie. There were 200 men from Inarashi's firing squad at Port Itachi, and another 280 from the Atamayama thieves. We fixed up dozens of ships with those guys. I thought they were coming here. Bro, look at my baby dog. Whoa. Hold on, coach. Wait, bro, and then Zeus has... He's flexing too? Bro, look at Nami, dog. That's an LR in Treasure Cruise. That's a 6-star card, dude. That's a 5+. That is a Pirate Warriors 4 DLC. Nami's out here flexing as she should. My guy Zoro keeping it simple, but no matter what, my guy's gonna look GOAT. You know what I'm saying? No matter what Zoro puts on, because of how he rocks it, he's gonna look fire. He's gonna look fire. Yo, I'm still stressing though. Nami's out here wearing the full-on get-up and gear. Kunoichi style with the armor, and she's even rocking a Zeus who's rocking the helmet too. Let's go, man. And all those weapons we were bringing from Ringo to supply everyone. Was there some kind of trouble? I'm loving these panels, dude. Just having a chapter with the whole crew. Like, dog, it feels like it's been forever. Forgive me. Oh, Kinemon, man, don't do this, dog. Kinemon, relax, man. None of it was your fault, bro. Our plan has been completely leaked to the enemy. He's looking over. Luffy looks back. Kanjuro smiles. We don't know what happened to everyone else either. And here we see Law's ship. We see the back of Kid's head. No way. We don't know the details either. Even though we failed to destroy that lion ship, we sunk all the ships that were docked at Port Itachi last night. We even destroyed the great bridges that connects the countryside under Master Orochi's orders. Is this man like cosplaying Big News Morgans? Look at this dude, bro. Does this dude real deal think that he could cosplay the legend? Can he cosplay or even come close to the bearer of big news? Mr. Morgans himself, man, who delivers the greatest amount of information, Mr. Clickbait himself. My man has more views than Mr. Beast. Big News Morgans, dog. When Big News Morgans pulls out the paper, everyone reads that junk, baby. That man is a ratings puller. Vince McMahon would be at his doorstep to revive the World Wrestling Federation, man. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, dog, that's Big News Morgans, and this man thinks he's gonna cosplay him just because he's under Kaido? Like, if I put some respect on Big News Morgan's name, dog. Look at him. Are you looking like a fake bird? Like he's that one dude from you remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Peacocks. We're rocking down the field with peacocks. You know what episode I'm talking about with Carlton and Will? Legendary episode, by the way, man. Fresh Prince, one of the greatest shows of all time. So we have Kinemon. That's why not a single one of them is showing up. Even if one of them unexpectedly found their way here, without any ships, they have no way of landing on Onigashima. Go to the air. Use a knock-up stream, baby, man. We have all kinds of... Let Zeus use electricity on the water, combined with like some sort of tornado temple. Let Usopp just hit that thing. Let Luffy look at it, and it'll rise. We have the straws together, man. We have the straws together. Law and Kid. They're going to make it happen. They're going to make it happen. If they miss this chance today, there will never be another one. But this weather's really bad. All you rebels will be slowly and painfully massacred starting tomorrow. This chick looks like a Final Fantasy creature. So she's cosplaying a character from like Final Fantasy 9. Also, I'd hate to rub salt in the wound, but today's banquet will celebrate the official alliance between the Beast Pirates and the Big... I didn't think they were going to find out until they actually managed to get to Onigashima. He told them straight up because I thought the shock value was going to come into them getting there and seeing both Big Mom and Kaido together. Look at that, bro. Big Mom and Kaido. Kid's like, oh, flagnards. And Law's like, oh, flagnards. I mean, bro, can you blame them? I mean, they're having the same exact reaction we did. When I read that chapter, I was like, bro, how in the flying flagnards are they getting? They need Shanks. They need Shanks. They need instant messenger Sama to turn babyface. I mean, bro, for Kaido and Big Mom? We need to revive Whitebeard. An alliance between emperors. Big Mom. So, well, actually, no. We're just Shanks. So we can fight just Shanks now. Even at this point, to be honest with you. I don't know what they're going to do with Big Mom, like I said. But I have full faith. You put Law, Luffy, and Kid up against Kaido, and all of them unlock their full potential and get a level up in this arc. They're whooping Kaido. I mean, not whooping isn't overstatement. They're beating Kaido. Luffy's whooping them. That's my fanboyism. You feel me? But they're beating Kaido. I think they can. But as far as Big Mom is concerned, I'm not sure, because Big Mom is legitimately a monster. She goes into her rage state that absolutely no one can stop her. I mean, granted, she doesn't have Zeus at this point in time, but with just Prometheus and with Napoleon, I think she could do some damage. She's still an emperor at the end of the day, and it's going to take someone of emperor caliber to be able to like land an attack. We saw what Gear 4th Luffy did back in Whole Cake Island, barely managed to scratch her at all, like if anything, right? So that's the issue. Like if it was just one, we'd be straight. But there has to be some sort of other help to take on Big Mom. And I don't know who's coming in. I don't know if they're gonna have some sort of plan or to subdue Big Mom for the time being, or if Big Mom just says screw the entire nonsense, and her and Kaido start clashing themselves, and Big Mom says, yo, screw this. But the thing is that Big Mom wants Luffy in the Straw. It's like she legitimately wants to take them on. After what Morgan said in the paper and how the fact that Luffy ransacked her entire island and spread it, Big Mom wants Kaido. Alright, not Kaido, Luffy. She probably wants Kaido too, in other ways though. But in serious though, in terms of Luffy, it's just like it reinstated in last week's episode with King. I mean, she legitimately wants Luffy. Like, yo, she ran into Kaido's territory specifically looking for the King. So that's gonna be interesting, knowing how both Kaido and Luffy, or Kaido and Big Mom, are wanting to get Luffy. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm not sure how Oda's gonna balance it, but there's no one I'd rather have to balance all these characters than that man right there. So what if these 3 puny pirate ships came to save the samurai? We've already caught all these small fry before in Wano country. In the name of Emperor Kaido, get this over with and sink them. In the name of Emperor Kaido, dude. And we get this gorgeous panel of the waves just... And here we see the Sunny, and I believe that's Kid's ship to the right. If I'm not mistaken, it could be Lost ship, but I can't really see it from all the way back here. And then we have the massive Kaido ships in front of them, multiple. Just like we saw in last chapter. Cannons at the ready. Why are these underlings getting so cocky? Luffy, let them know. Wait, is this the attack? Is this the attack? This man said, why are these underlings getting so cocky? Like if I just can't knock them out with King's Haki. You feel me? They're looking down on a stand back. Yo, Luffy said they'll let me out. Who do these dudes think they are? If you ain't Emperor level, get out the way. If you ain't at the very least the Yonko commander, don't even talk to me, dog. Don't even look at me. Idiot, you're the one that should stand back. Don't get in my way. Here we go. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're doing very similar poses to what they did back in chapter 504. Hey, don't follow me. I can finish them off in one hit. Here we go. Here's the legendary interactions. And they jump onto the ship. This man Law uses Room. Kid, pulls himself over there with his magnetism, and then Luffy just stretches, of course, and gets over there. And then similar way I love doing World Seeker, the rocket. And you're saying I can't? You two slowpokes can get the leftovers. Leftovers? Oh, they got on deck, bro. I feel sorry for these dudes right here, bro. They have no idea what's about to hit them. This look at Kid. Gear 4th, bro. This is why I read this series, bro. It's for pages. Look at this, bro. This man Kid, punk rotten. You see him get enveloped in some sort of armor like my man is turning into a Gundam. Luffy goes straight up Gear 4th. Says, screw the nonsense, we ain't playing no games. Y'all are trying me? Bounce, man. Then Law. Dude, look at this. This right here, top tier page. Top tier page, bro. This is a wallpaper, dog. Yo, could you imagine you telling yourself, I don't know when it is that y'all first read or first watched Sabaody, but just imagine, go back into your timeline, right? Go back a couple years or a couple days. I don't know, like I said, I don't know when y'all caught up, but just remember to whenever you were first experiencing this arc, and go back and tell yourself that what you're seeing right now, this very same page with all of them using their abilities, imagine that post time skip with all of them using their base. Dog. And I love the way it's structured too, because like you see Kid's like facial expression right here, and the following thing, you're starting to see him flex. Luffy's panel right here is amazing. I love the Gear 4th pose and just the way that it looks in general. But the way that it looks right here in this panel looks so beast to me. And then Law, anytime you hear the word room, it automatically gets you hyped. But this is an amazing page. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Wait just a second, they look really pissed. Wait, don't be scared. These guys aren't anything to be. Explosion. I mean, bro, do we expect anything less? Do we expect anything less than the legends just flexing? Flexing their greatness, flexing how no one's gonna stop them. They're like, yo, who do these dudes think they are? Y'all aren't even numbers. No numbers, no queen, no king. Who do y'all think y'all are? Stressing, dude. I can't, bro. I gotta go look at this page again. This man Kid straight up said, yo, bring it. Come on. Listen to me, my magnetic friends. Man started talking within the space waves of Mega Man Battle Network, bro. You know what I'm saying? The bound man in the room. Bro, this in the anime is gonna be so nasty. I can already tell. Massive explosion. Those captains are bad news. You see them, they're still complaining at each other. They're yelling at each other. Do something about them. Shoot them to death. You guys look like you're in a pinch. It's the ship of the Kyoshiro. There's no way. Kyoshiro himself? Kyoshiro himself? It's the ship of the Kyoshiro family. Boss Kyoshiro is here. We're saved. Orders from Master Orochi. It shouldn't be fine if you sink them all. So you want... These dudes, Law, Luffy, and Kid are still arguing. So you want me to sink the enemies? Okay, leave it to me. Kyoshiro. Bro, I thought he was going to stay behind in the Flower Capital. I thought my man was going to stay behind and wait for Orochi to get back. so that way he could be continuing to protect Hiyori and whatnot. But no, Denjiro is here, ready to go in like somewhere. We see some sort of cut right here. Comes up, what are you doing, boss? Sorry, I didn't mean to sink your ship. I only disabled the cannons that were aimed at us. Yo, and then Zoro's looking like, oh snap, he's the one that countered my attack back in chapter 943. That guy is, we aren't the enemy. Why would you do something like that? That's the successor to Boss Hyogoro, the current boss of the capital's underworld. Noble samurai of the red scabbards. I am a yakuza of the flower capital. People call me Napping Kyoshiro. Be on your guard, he's a very competent swordsman. They don't know he's Denjiro, bro. Like, yo, when I see a panel like this, and when I see him state what he's still stating, still continue to stay in his character, knowing that something could go awry and he wants to continue to protect Hiyori at all costs. He continues to take on this persona of Kyoshiro in front of them, knowing how he probably wants to hug every single last one of them. Be like, yo, I'm Denjiro, man. Y'all remember me, dog? We're family. See, when I see a panel like this, Kyoshiro was already becoming one of my favorite scabbards. I mean, he was right there with like Kinemon and whatnot, and Kawamatsu, because I'm just a tard for just him, because here, after playing through Chrono Trigger, with the whole frog thing, and he's a wrestling samurai, and Kawamatsu the Cap is awesome. But aside from those two, like, Denjiro, and I think at this point he might even become my favorite, because he's just so fascinating, so interesting. And the fact that he's a yakuza, dude. Still maintaining this persona, man. I didn't expect him to show up, dude. Yo, he's gonna point his blade at Orochi. Orochi's gonna see him and he's gonna be like, yo, Kyoshiro, protect me. Kyoshiro's gonna be like, what? Dad's gonna put his blade in his neck. Our 200 men from the Kyoshiro family humbly asked to join your army. What is the meaning of this, boss? What kind of logic is that? I owe an immense debt of gratitude to the Kozuki family. He's still not telling them. Ken, something I often recall is the mountain god incident that occurred in the capital 40 years ago. Odin, to the world around us, it was the result of Lord Odin's recklessness. But that wasn't it, right? Ken? He's gonna show them! That incident was caused by you, who was young and greedy back then. There should be only one person who knows the truth of that. Are you Denjiro? Yo, Kinemon knew. None other. He told him, bro. He's like, yo, I'm Denjiro, dog. I'm the same dude that was with you through thick and thin in the boils. And with the mountain pig. Like, dude. As I thought you didn't recognize me. I mean, who would, bro? I wanted to reveal myself to you guys as soon as I could. No, he actually did it. But I prepared for the worst case scenario and continued on as an enemy. It was just as I thought. If I revealed myself, Denjiro, my true identity would have been exposed to the traitor. And Orochi would have disposed of me. I kept Orochi's trust until the very end, and as a result, the 1,000 samurai trapped in the Rasetsu Town prison have been freed. And you see this massive fleet coming behind him. Please allow me to add these 1,200 soldiers to your army, dog. They are coming in there like swimwear. Let's go! The day has finally come. We'll also be joining the fight, and we see some of the familiar faces we've seen from earlier portions in the arc in the Flower Capital. Boss Kyoshiro was one of the 9 red scabbards. Contact Onigashima immediately. Yo, they're like, dog, we have to let Orochi, Kaido, everyone know. This is big news. But Ken, as expected of a man as sharp as you, Lord Yasui altered the original code of the Port Harbor with 2 lines to the belly of the Viper. Those 2 lines carried the meaning of erasing the belly, in other words, cutting out the middle. If one was to cut out the middle of Port Habu, they would read the message as Hato, and therefore, you sent out the message of only 2 lines to everyone. However, you had guessed that Orochi has an informant within the core of your ranks, so you purposefully told only your closest comrades the incorrect message of Porto Kai. Kinemon knew all, bro. Galactic Brain Kinemon? Galaxy Brain Kinemon? The traitor then perfectly conveyed the message of Porto Kage onto Orochi. And Kanjuro shook. He didn't expect Galactic Brain Kinemon, dog. This was the result of the foolishness of a ruler who stayed in his capital for too long. Orochi misjudged the distance between the various cities of Wano. The enemies made their move last night, but by that time it was already too late. All the troops that had crossed the great bridges and all the ships we needed had set sail. The ships destroyed last night were ones that we didn't need. Hidden within the beautiful view of the maple forest that Lord Yasui loved at the wharf of Port Habu are the 4,200 troops that you gathered just as planned. They've been waiting patiently for exactly this moment. So everyone is safe, dog. You see Inarashi and Kiku letting out tears. The raid on Onigashima is proceeding as planned. Look at this panel. Look at this gorgeous panels of Flag Nards. Hold on. But anyway, I gotta look at this panel first. Dude, right here we see Ashura, Raizo, Kinemon, Kawamatsu, Kiku, and Inarashi as they're just looking and seeing this massive fleet in front of them. The dreams, dude. I mean, they thought that it was all over. And in the midst of this storm, because of Kinemon's genius plan, his galactic brain, my mans was able to correctly give out the message, and everything is going directly as planned, dude. Let's go, dog. Shout out to Denjiro. See, this is exactly why Oda needed to do the flashback when he did. Because had we not gotten the flashback in the middle of all that stuff, I'm gonna go splashing water over me. Had he not done the flashback in between these two chapters, this wouldn't have that emotional weight to it, because we saw what these characters all went through together. Like, man, dude. But it fits. It fits with Kinemon's character, because he had always, even back then, he had done anything necessary in order to survive. And what that creates is this survival instinct within your brain telling you that someone could possibly be betraying you, because Kinemon was one of those people that would, go with someone and then betray them afterwards. And that first didn't happen with Odin. Even though he always had that brand of loyalty, to Sudu and whatnot, Kinemon was the type of person who based everything off of survival. So the fact that he was... Is that Hyogoro the flower, bro? Boss Hyogoro's here too? 20 years have gone by, but we have not forgotten Master Odin's legendary death. Truly legendary. We have lived to this day believing in the revival of the Kozuki family. Let's go together, Samurai of the Red Scabbards. We are more than ready. And I can't see this page all the way to the left, Flag Nards. Yeah, I can't see it. It's not letting me, but it's all right. It's all right, man. Flag Nards. Wow, what a view. Not sure what's going on, but seems like everything's fine. Well, not really a page, but it's like a little bit. It's like a little small panel. I'm not able to see what it says. Wow, what a view. Not sure what's going on, but seems like everything's fine. What is with those numbers? Ken, as expected of our leader, you are definitely a man worthy of my respect. Yeah, this is bad. I didn't stop a thing. Curse you, Kinemon. So it was supposed to be red as hot. Kinemon was like, dog. I gave him too much credit. I gave my mans too much credit. I was like, oh, so it was supposed to be red as hotto? As if to say, well, Blagnards, I'll take the credit if you'll give it to me, but I didn't plan a single one of those things. It's just one of those things. It happens. You feel me? It happens. Break next week. Yo, Oda deserves that break, man. With all the awesome sauce we've been getting, my guy, especially with everything going down right now, with the coronavirus and whatnot, especially over there in Japan, yo, Oda deserves some rest and to spend time with his family. You know what I'm saying? That's a top priority for him that has kids. Go spend time with your family, Oda, man, because, yo, you've been giving us non-stop greatness. What an incredible chapter, dude. I can't see... Let me see if I can... Now that I've read the chapter, I'm not afraid to look it up. Let me see if I can pull up this chapter in another website to see if I can... See if I can see what it says right here on to the left. There's a website called readonepiece.com. That's interesting. Let's see. Let me try a different browser. Because I just want to know what it says to the left on that Raid of Onigashima panel. Or the double spread. I wasn't able to see it. See, this is why I prefer to read stuff on my iPad. But I don't have it. Let's see. This man Kinemon said, yeah, I mean, I'll take the credit, but I didn't do crap. That was awesome. Here it is. If we join that army with our group of 1,200, we have a total of 5,400 men. Everyone, let's go quickly onto Onigashima. That's Denjiro stating that. If we join that army with our group of 1,200, we have a total of 5,400 men. Now let's go to Onigashima, baby. We are ready. Let me see if I missed any of the other ones. There was like another spread that I might have missed. It's just the browser that I was in. I think that was it. I think everything else is good. I still can't get over this Luffy panel, bro. Yo, all the strats are looking fresh, as they should, because they're about to get their moments to shine. Nami looks the best. Well, no, not Luffy looks the best. 110%. He has the captain's code. But after that, with no bias whatsoever, it's got to be Nami. Nami's rocking it. You feel me? But yo, it started to that page, man, with Kid, Luffy, and Log going up in like swimwear, and I love how Oda specifically only showed off, because that's what I was saying last week. I was like, I don't really, in the afterthoughts, I think I said this, but I don't want Oda to like give us new abilities right off the bat, because I feel like we want to see that within Wano. Like within Onigashima, whenever they're all going up in like somewhere against Kaido or the numbers or whoever they're going to go up against first, we deserve to see, or not really deserve, but you know, we should see the new abilities coming into fruition whenever they actually need them. So I really wanted a panel of stuff that we already know to bring in that hype, and this was perfect. Punk Rotten, Gear 4th Bound Man, and Doom, you know, just iconic, dude. They go up in like swimwear and like, yo, and then they continue to bicker after that. That was a really nice touch. But man, I did not expect the Denjiro stuff to take place within this chapter. Amazing stuff, bro. And like just the fact that was bringing tears to my eyes, man, when Denjiro revealed himself and they were like, bro, like he lives. Like that was so beautiful. But man, this final double-page spread is so great. Let me make this full screen. Like we see Hyogo the Flower right here, and then we get a panel similar to the panel we got back in chapter 956. Where is my phone? My phone is charging. I think it's almost dead. I wish I could show y'all. But y'all read the chapter. You remember the chapter right before we went on to the flashback with I believe that was chapter 959. No, it's 950. Because I know 957, of course, was thing, and then 958 we came back in the summer. But I think it was 959 that left us off with this particular panel. And so we saw this very same panel, but with all the scabbards just looking onwards, and like everything was destroyed. And they were losing complete hope. So to see this, a very similar panel to that, but with the entire fleet there, instead of it just being an open sea and an empty sea, is a really nice touch. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but knowing Oda, it probably was. It's really nice stuff, man. 20 years have gone by, but we have not forgotten Master Oden's legendary death, man. Yo, Hyogoro, bro. Like, the raid on Onigashima is proceeding as planned. I'm so hyped, dude. We have Denjiro here. We have the Yakuza here. We have everyone coming in here and like somewhere for Wano. Believing in the strides, believing in the plan, believing in Kinemon. They're gonna go up in like somewhere. And everything that Kanjuro did was for naught. And it was accidental, according to Kinemon, which is absolutely hilarious and really fits his character more than all the stuff I was saying earlier. But well, that's great, man. Like, flag darts, and like he's like, man, I guarantee you, Kanjuro in the back of his mind right now is like, man, all this stuff I did for all these years, and here we are. And he wasn't able to stop it. He wasn't able to stop the threads of legend from coming together into this thing. And then here we have Denjiro just yelling, if we join that army with our group of 1,200, we have a total of 5,400 men. Everyone, let's go quickly onto Onigashima. Luffy's like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but everything looks fine. You feel me? Everything seems fine. Oh, man. But yeah, Oda definitely deserves that break, man. What an awesome stretch of chapters we've had. Dude. Awesome stuff, man. One Piece greatness. Everyone looks so obese, dude. Frankie, Usopp, Brooke. We have Carrot right there looking in the background. Can't really see. I mean, she looks like she's wearing regular stuff. Robin no longer has like the geisha hairstyle to her. You know, she has her hair down. the king with his captain coat, which like he's still stressing he has. Chopper's still rocking that armor. Sanji's out here looking fresh. He's rocking the black. He's really rocking the black, man. You know, even with the gloves, like he's gonna. Imagine Sanji stealth black, gloves on, ready to go from like somewhere, Mr. Prince style. I love Usopp's pose right here in this one. But yo, Nami, man, looking fresh. And Zoro is always Brook trolling. Even Zeus is wearing armor, dude. Yo, and then right here, this part right here really caught me off guard. Like for the fact that I thought that they weren't gonna know that Big Mom and Kaido were aligned until they got to Onigashima. That was gonna be something that, if it was coming from the fake Big News Morgans over here, but you know, he did reveal some news that the official alliance between the Beast Pirates and the Big Mom Pirates, that is a thing, right? And to know that now Kid Law and Luffy know that, I'm very interested on seeing how they're about to approach the situation, because it looks like they're still, you know, after that they say screw Kaido and whatnot, right? But it looked like what they had in mind hadn't really changed much, because they realized, you know, just who's here, you know. But the fact that it's Big Mom and Kaido, when they know of this now, I wonder if that's going to change or put a shift in how they're going to approach going into Onigashima, if they're going to try to take a stealthy approach in order to catch them off guard, or if they're just going to straight up invade and say screw all the nonsense, we're going up in like Swordmore Kingdom style and we're going to pwn someone. You feel me? So I don't know what they're going to go and do based on that. I love these interactions right here. Luffy's like, yo, why are these underlings getting so cocky, dog? Like, yo, do they know what they're dealing with? They're looking down on a stand back. Idiot, you're the one that should stand back. And Kid's like, yo, don't get in my way, bro. What's wrong with y'all? And we get this, I can't get over this page, dude. Punk Rotten, Bound Man, and Room all on the same page. Very reminiscent to the one back on Sabaody, and awesome stuff, man. Great chapter, dude. Really great chapter to leave us off on a break. I cannot wait to see what we have in store when we come back with the best-selling manga in history. Now, next week, I know Pirate Warriors 4 comes out on Friday. So if I'm able to do it in the same way I did today, I'll probably be on Pirate Warriors. I'll either try to record a video. My Twitch, I don't have my Twitch channel anymore. Unfortunately, it's gone. But if I could either create a new one, or if I can try streaming on YouTube, I mean, my internet's been so bad lately. I'm not sure if it'll work. But I do want to do something Pirate Warriors 4 related next week, whether it be like a first impressions or just some gameplay or whatever. That's what I want to do next Friday. But aside from that, I have a few other things I would like to do. But I think we'll be good, especially with how good the One Piece anime is right now. We'll have our fill. We have our fill, man. But I hope everybody has an awesome day, man. Let me know what y'all thought about this awesome chapter in the comment section down below. Still stressing my man Luffy with the coat. Kanemon trolling, dog. I legitimately thought that he actually came up with all this stuff, especially with the title being Kanemon's plan. He's like, well, I mean, I guess so. He's like, I'll take it. It's like one of those, those are always funny in One Piece to me. It's like the whole Buggy and Usopp thing. It's like, oh, I'll take the credit. I mean, I didn't mean it, but I'll take it. It's like Kanemon's joining them now, I suppose. But awesome chapter, man. Really, really good stuff. I will see y'all next time. Everybody has an awesome day. One Piece greatness. Man, dude, the raid on Onigashima begins, dude. Let's go.